This is Daf Yomi Yerushalmi Kilayim in the article Oz Varda edition. We're on Daf Zayin Rav right at the top. So new Mishnah Halacha Tesa Tomi Lefes Utznonos, and in the Vilna we are on Daf Daled. Sorry about that. We're on Daf Daled Amar Aleph. Also the Mishnah. Tell me like it's Utznonos. You put for safekeeping, not for planting. You buried the turnips or radishes under a grapevine. If some of the leaves were revealed, in other words, it wasn't completely buried, and you don't have to be concerned either because of Kilayim or because of Shvius issues. In other words, it's not considered to be replanting. No, you have to take off new mitzvahs because it's replanted. Come Shabbos, you can remove them from on Shabbos as well from the ground. Hazareh chita usora, somebody plants wheat and barley ka'achas together. Hareza kilayim. That's kilayim. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, no. Eno kilayim achi shtei chiti musora. You have to have 3 seeds, either 2 wheat and 1 barley, or chita shnei sorim, or 1 wheat and 2 barley, or chita v'sor kusemes, or wheat, barley, and kusemes, I think, is spelt. Okay, chizka amar lo leves utznonos. It's only the turnips and radish. Shar dvarim lo. Sounds like anything else not. I mean, it's actually a statement. Other things doesn't work. If you bury them on the ground, even to preserve them, it's as if you're planting them. Rabbi Yochanan amar lo shani hi leves hitzonos yishar kol dvarim. There's no difference. These are just examples. Doesn't matter if turnips or radish or anything else. So let's ask Gemara Mana Kayamim. Okay, what are we talking about here? Mishum Zroim Be'ilon. If we're talking about Kilei Zroim, right, the Zroim and Elon, which are Kilayim, Lama Li Geffen. Why do I need to speak about a grapevine? The Shizlos Reb Chaim changes here to no, that's the Baz. Also, okay, so the Gemara says, "Manakim imishum zoyim bilan lama li gefen utznonos." I feel shakot v'rein ba'ilon, even other things in the tree can't tzurich lomar. Right. So why gefen utznonos? Anything else? Why specifically this example? So Rebbe says, "So my David the mistake. I told me tvua yiraku." Should have just said generally, if you put grain or vegetables, taxi under a tree. V'lam tav has a lashon gefen ulefet utznonos. Why pick specific examples instead of making a general principle? If it's because you don't want them to take roots, and because of the grapevine, you don't want them to take roots. But other trees, you do want them to take roots. So then say gefen only. The Mishum Da'idei HaShroshim is Kalkel Avodas HaGefen, because if it takes root, it ruins your Gefen. Av Lefes Utznonos Lamali, boys have to say Lefes Utznonos Lamali Misnei. They say Sharkos Varim Hadi Gefen, they say other things together with the Gefen. I'm going to read what he says at the end, even though we're not up there yet. Umeisik Mimad a tiny Rabbi Chia, and the Gemara concludes that which Rabbi Chia said on Aguda Shalefes Utznonos, such as a bundle of Lefes Utznonos, have a lace time at Mishum Sheina Rotza Bashal Shasan. It's only because you don't want them to take root. Tavas Lefes Utznonos should darken Baguda. The story about Lefes Utznonos, because they're the way you can tell he doesn't want Bashal Shasan. How you know? Because normally they're put into an Aguda, into a bundle, and you preserve them in a bundle. So that shows that you don't want to plant them, because you plant them, you don't plant in bundles. Okay, so let's see it inside now. So again, Imishum Manikim, Imishum Zroim Bilan, Lamali Gefen. And it takes the word snowness here. I feel shal kol hadvorim. Even other things it should be the case. Shal kol I feel shal kol elon should be sorry. That's what it says here in the Rebbe and the Shimon and Reb Chaim. Even other trees, right? If you don't want them to take root, so I mentioned Levitzos. It could be anything else as well. Is something which is they're bundled together. I relate time on the law mishum the law here it means da ella, right? The law in Yerushalmi is over contraction da ella. In other words, it's today's time of da ella. There's no reason here other mishum she'ena wrote about shoshasan. The word is not. It's not. It's changing the girsa. The law in Yerushalmi is da ella. It's a contraction. So it must be that you don't want about shoshasan and you don't want the root. And the kilu milsa of that is that they're planted in bundles. In their safe, they're put in ground bundles, which indicates they're there to preserve them, not to plant them. Tani, we learn pagon, unripe fruit, shetomna, which you insulated, but here it says betevel, but the rash, the rap, the guru chaim, they all change gears to beteven. You put it into straw. And a coal cake that you put into coals. So part of them was revealed. In other words, you get at the paga from underneath the tevin. The tevin is mukta. It's like the dirt in the previous case is mukta, but here too the tevin is mukta. Or the charoshim and the gecholim are mukta. If the some of the leaves are revealed, then Yitam Shabbos Kerubim Shabbos and Lav, not any Yitam Shabbos can't move them Shabbos. Let's be Tadoy Omer Benkach or Benkach. I have an answer no matter what. You know what? Toche b'shbur or b'sakin, plunge a fork or a knife into the paga, the paga, and remove it that way. Notlan. Asked the Rabbi Elazar ben Tadoy Rabbi Shimon. So Elazar ben Tadoy is going like Rabbi Shimon. This is the Tani. We learned the famous shir of Rabbi Shimon. Lo yagur the mesakisa besa mita besa cathedra. A person should not drag a chair, a bed, and a heavy chair on the ground. Shabbos also chritz, because you're making a furrow. Rabbi Shimon Rabbi Shimon allows it. So obviously there's a question there. Machlekes of Davar Shem Miskaven is mutter or osir, right? So Rabbi it's osir, and Rabbi Shimon says mutter. So here you're going to be moving the coals, going to be moving the dirt, the tevin, and so we'll say it's okay because it's a davar she'eno miskaven. The thing is that it's more of a it's more understandable if you say that he's referring specifically to the coals, because then there's a chashash d'oraisa, and perhaps you have to come out to Rabbi Shimon. The Davar Shem Miskaven is mutter, even though you're stoking the coals by moving the charor which is inside him. Because otherwise, why need Rabbi Shimon just be for the Rabbanan, a muktzah? But it sounds like from the emotion at least here that it's going on everything, even muktzah. You can only take through a derech of Davar Shem Miskaven. Rabbi b'shem Rav Huna, Rabbi Chaga b'shem Rabbi Zira, Rabbi Yosef b'shem Rabbi Elazar, Moichem Rabbi Shimon b'kisei sh'raglo mishkos b'tichim mutar tartlo. No, this case will be mutar according to everybody, because they all can see that if you have a chair which is sunk into mud, you're allowed to move it on Shabbos. Reb Chaim says because that any hole you make is going to slide back into place. So you're not really making a hole. So here too. Also, when you move the paga, so it's not miskayim. Is that what the pshat is? No, so actually we're finished with the muktzah issue. Here, there's a separate question, which is, aren't you making a hole, a cavity in the ground, when you move the paga, right? So perhaps a melech shein gufa, but it should be a melacha and should be aser. So melech shein gufa is either chayiv chatos according to Rabbi Yehuda, or at least aser according to Rabbi Shimon. So the one says no, because the hole which is not miskayim is not considered to be a hole. And here too, once you the paga, it's going to fall back into the hole, and it's not a problem. Okay. Ukumar the tamer mutar tatlo mutar lach zero. That actually is a new thing. It's a little bit difficult to understand, but it's just like you can move it where the guma is not miskayim. If the guma happens to still be there, so you can put it back in the guma on Shabbos. Mutar zero does not mean you can reconstruct it. It just means you can put it back. It's not going to be bichlay for guma. I guess I'm not sure exactly. I guess even though it's not miskayim, but it's not going to be bichlay for guma. Wait, Chaim says she'ena guma ni keres. Maybe it's even if it's soft dirt. I think what it says is if it's soft dirt, you can put it back, even if it's going to make a hole, because that hole is not nicker. I'm not sure that's the case though, but the point is that Kamar the Tam perhaps nothing to do with the previous Kamar. It's a separate thing. Just like you take Chaim seems to connect it, but it's indeed a separate thing. Kamar the Tam just can move the paga or the lefis or the snow, so you can put it back. Amar Beiser said Avanana mitni tolim b'Shabbos. They can move on Shabbos. It doesn't seem to indicate dafka taking out or putting back, but any way you want to go, it can work on Shabbos. Okay, we're already on to the next daf, and the article is V'adar, so we'll stop here.